So in this video, we are going to be going over the different types of ways that chemical weathering can occur. So chemical weathering occurs when rocks change their chemical structure. So if you think back to our second unit on chemistry, we did chemical changes in my kitchen when we made eggs and when we made toast, because we changed the physical properties of them from start to finish. The same is true with chemical weathering. At the beginning of the process, you will have one type of mineral or rock, and at the end, you're going to have a different substance. Okay, so some form of chemical change has to take place. We are going to be modeling this using a nickel. All right, so this is a nickel. All right, it's gotten pretty dirty over the past couple of years that it's been in circulation. And this nickel is going to be a model for us on how things like chemical weathering occur. The most common way chemical weathering occurs is through acid rain. Acid rain happens when we have pollution that goes up into our air and it combines with rain, which falls down on our planet. Acid rain can cause some rocks to dissolve. So in this case, we are going to be modeling that with our acid rain, which is vinegar. And that acid rain is going to help break down the black stuff on the surface of this nickel. So the nickel itself is going to stay the same from beginning to end. All right, so it's not changing. But the black stuff, that's going to be our chemical change. So another way to think about this is the nickel itself, all right, is the face of our planet, and this black stuff are rocks and minerals. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to take some vinegar. This is our acid rain, and we're going to pretend the acid rain is falling on top of the surface of our planet, on top of the nickel, where we are going to rub off all of the dark color, all of the rocks and minerals off the surface of our nickel. So normally this takes several minutes, but I am going to show you already how much has come off. You can see the Q-tip, the tip of it starting to already turn brown. All right, I'm starting to see some shine coming through the nickel. All right, normally this process can take hundreds of years, sometimes only a couple, depending on how bad the acid rain is. So while we are doing this in only a minute or two, this is a process that generally takes a longer period of time. All right, so just after about 30 seconds of rubbing, I'm going to show you, I'm going to dry it off. I don't know how hard it is to see, all right, but you can already see a little bit more of a shine off of the nickel. We still have big chunks of the black right here and up here, but in the center, a large chunk of the black stuff on the nickel has come off, right? And so over the course of several years, if we were to continue doing this, the black stuff would eventually come off the nickel, and therefore, in our model, the rocks would eventually dissolve off of the face of the planet. So that is how chemical weathering works. So just a reminder, chemical weathering is when you start with one substance and it goes through a chemical reaction to come out on the other side as a different substance. All right, so it's a different change. All right, chemical weathering.